Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. I'm Kishore and today we are going to solve an irregular thermo-hybrid variant created by Philip Blumer. This Sudoku was given to us by Philip and we are very thankful for his submission. Now we have featured a Sudoku earlier by Philip and that was a irregular, scattered and queen variant. I will add that Sudoku as the end screen for this video so that you guys, if you have missed, can check that out too. Now moving on to the rules. The rules are each row, each column and each of the irregular shaped region will contain the digits 1 to 9. There are 9 irregular shaped regions in the grid and each of these regions will contain 1 to 9. Also, there are some thermometer shapes in the grid as you can see. In each of the thermometer shapes, the digit will start to increase from this bulb and until the end it will keep on increasing. That is, digits will strictly increase along the thermometer shapes. So with that, we will move on to the Sudoku now. This middle region as you can see has 7 digits in column 5 and 1 cannot be in any of these 7 cells because it is in the same region. So 1 must go either in this cell or in this cell. But 1 can never be at the end of a thermo, right? So 1 has to go in row 1 column 5, right? And whatever is going to be in row 7 column 6 has to go here, right? Because this cell, let's call it X, cannot be in any of these 7 cells, right? Because it is in the same region and it has to be in column 5. X has to be in column 5. So whatever is going to be here would have to be here, right? Now let us try to fill the thermometers with some pencil marks. Let us start with this thermo which is 6 in length. So this is going to be a minimum of 1 and maximum it can be 4, right? Because if you have a 5, then the thermo will have to have a 10 here, which is out of range. So the maximum you can have is a 4 here, right? So we'll write the candidates. So this can be 1, 2, 3, 4. This can be 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be 3, 4, 5, 6. This will be 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this can't be a 6, so this will be a 7, 8 and 9. So we'll eliminate the 6 from these cells. And 3 is not possible here, so 3 is eliminated. 4 is not possible here, so 4 is eliminated, right? So now that you have a 4, 5 or 6 as possibility here, you can't have a 4 here, right? Because if you have a 4 here, then this cell would be 5 or 6 and we will be violating the thermo property. So you can't have a 4 here. This would be 5 or 7 and you can't have a 5 here as that would force a 7 before the thermometer. So 5 can be here. So this will be 7 or 8 and this is going to be 8 or 9. Because if you have a 7 here, again you will have an 8. Not possible. Okay. Now let us focus on this thermometer because we know for sure that whatever is in row 9 column 5 has to be here. So let us try to fill this 4 length thermometer. So minimum it can be 1 and maximum it can be 6, right? Because the thermometer is of length 4, so you can have a maximum of 6. So you will have 1 to 6 here, but 1, 3 and 4 are not possible. So only possible candidates are 2, 5 and 6, right? So this can be minimum 3 and maximum 7. So 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. But 4 isn't possible, so we can remove 4 and this will be minimum 4 because the minimum value here is 3. So this will be minimum 4 and maximum 8. But 4 and 5 are not possible, right? Due to classic rules. So you can have 6, 7 or 8 here as candidates and this will be 7, 8 or 9, right? Because the minimum value is here is 6. So the minimum value here would be 7. And when you have 7, 8, 9 here, that has to go in this cell as explained earlier. Okay. So now let us try to look at this 5 length thermo to see if we can get any information. And now the minimum value as you can see here is not a 1. So minimum it can be 2 and since it is of length 5, maximum you can only have a 5, right? Because if you have anything more than 5 then this thermometer will be violated. So this can only be 2, 3 or 4, right? It can't be a 5 also. So this can be minimum 3. Let's write the candidates. So this can be minimum 3 and maximum it can be 6, right? Let us write it. Minimum 3 and maximum 6. Yes. because if you have a 6, then 7, 8 and 9 will be perfectly valid. And this will be minimum 4 and maximum it would be 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is going to be 5, 6, 7, 8 and this would be 6, 7, 8 and 9, right? We can eliminate the 6 from these cells. And 5 is also not possible in this column, so we'll eliminate the 5 from these cells, right? And now you have 7 or 8 as the candidates here, which means that this cell cannot be a 7, right? Because if you have a 7 here, you will get an 8 here, and the thermometer has to strictly increase starting from the round bulb to the end. So this is not a 7, so this is 8 or 9, and this is 7, 8, this is 4, 6 and 7, this is 3, 4 and 6. And if you see this 6 here, it is given for some reason. You can't have a 6 in these 3 cells, right? And for this irregular shape region, which has 9 cells, you need to have a 6, and which means the 6 would have to be going in the last column, because 6 can't be here. And now if you see this region, 6 can't be in these 3 cells, and 6 is in one of these 3 cells, right? So 6 must be in one of these 3 cells. 6 can't be here, and 6 can't be here, so 6 in this region would have to go in row 8, column 6. And that eliminates the 6 from here. 6 can't be a candidate here. So when you have a 7 or 8, you can't have a 7 here, so this will be 8 or 9. And the moment you have 8 or 9 here, this cell, these both cells are equal, so this is not a 7 and this is 8 and 9, right? We have an 8-9 pair now. Also an 8-9 pair in column 5. So I think this thermometer is now quite restricted. We have marked possibilities in all thermometers, so let us focus on this one. So if you see this cell, minimum value is 2. 1 is not possible because it's in the same region. Minimum value is 2 and maximum value is 6, right? 6, 7, 8 and 9. So let us write the candidates. So this is going to be 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And this is going to be 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. But we have a 6, 8 and 9 along column 5. So we can straight away eliminate 6, 8 and 9 from those cells. And we have a 6 here, we can eliminate the 6, 6 and 6 here, right? And we have a 3 here, we can eliminate the 3, 3 from these cells. And now you see that in row 3, column 6, you have minimum value as 4. So you cannot have a 4 in row 4, column 6, right? As that would violate the thermo. And now the minimum value in this cell becomes 5. So this would have to be a 7, right? There is no other possibility, because if you have a 5 here, the thermometer will lead to a contradiction. So this will be a 7, and this can't be a 7 or 8 now, because digits don't repeat in a thermo and they have to be strictly increasing starting from the bulb. So this would be a 5 now, and which gives a 4 here and which gives a 2 here. Beautiful. Beautiful. Really fun to solve such Sudokus. And now if you look at column 6, there is only one cell left for the 1. We'll place the 1 and we can place the 7, 2 as well. And now 4 and 7 have been marked. So this cell cannot be 4 or 7, it would have to be a 6. And this cannot be 4 or 6, it would have to be a 3. And this would have to be 2, right? Because it has to be less than the 3, so this will be a 2. And now if you look closely along column 7, right? This region, in the middle region, has to contain 2, 5. It can't contain 2, 5 in these 4 cells. So for that region to contain 2, 5, they would have to go in these 2 cells. It will contain a 2, 5 pair. And now whichever digit is going to be here, it cannot be in these 4 cells, right? But it has to be in that column. So whatever is here, if it is 8, 8 can't be in these 4 cells and 8 would have to go here. And if it is 9, 9 cannot be in these 4 cells and 9 would have to be going here. So this is 8 or 9. And now when we mark 8 and 9, we get to see that there is a pair. So 8 and 9 pair. So this is going to be a 7. And this is not a 7. This would be a 3, 5 or a 6. And this cannot be a 6 now, because then we can't fill any digit here. So this is a 2 or a 5. And now we have marked 1, 8, 9, 4 and 7 in those boxes. Remaining digits are 2, 3, 5, 6, but 5, 6 is here. So this will be a 2 or a 3. And this is going to be 2, 3, 5 and 6. Right. So far the Sudoku is proceeding very cleanly. And I love the way the Sudoku has proceeded so far. A really nice construction. Not too hard, but at the same time very challenging. So what do we need to see now? Let us look along column 5. We have placed 1, 6, 7, 8 and 9, right? Remaining digits are 2, 3, 4 and 5. You can't have 2, 3 here, so this is going to be 4 or 5. Now this is a irregular grid, right? In irregular grid, we always get to use a technique called in-out technique. We have explained this technique in one of our previous videos. In fact, it was in the Philip Bloom's previous Sudoku, which you can check it out. So if you look at this grid, we can get to use the in-out rule between rows 6 and 7, right? Because, okay, well, we'll come to that. If you look along this region, 1, 2, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, remaining digits are 8 and 9. So we can just mark those candidates here, 8 and 9. So, and this row now has 1, 2, 7, 8 and 9. Remaining digits are 3, 4, 5 and 6. But 5 and 6 are not possible here. So this will be 3 or a 4, right? And now, okay, we have a 2 or a 3 here, right? Which cannot be in any of these 4 cells. Now we need to have whatever candidate comes here in this column. So if you have a 2 here, your 2 can't go into these 4 cells and it can't go into the cell because of this 2 and it has to go here. And if you have a 3 here, it can't go into these 4 cells and it can't go here as well, and these 2 cells are also not possible. So this cell is going to be a 2 or a 3 depending on what comes here. And now that kind of gives us a good effect on column 5, right, in this region. If you have a 2 here, this will be a 2 and you get the 2 here, and if you have a 3 here, this will be a 3 and you get a 3 here, right? So this will be a 2 or a 3, and this cell can't be 1, 6, 7, 8 and 9, so it can only be 2, 3, 4, and this will be 2, 3, 4 as well because 5 is here and that gives us a 5 here. And now if you look at this region, 2, 3, 5, 6 have been placed. Remaining digits are 1, 4, 7, 8 and 9. Can you have 1 here? Not possible, right? Because it's the end of a thermo. So this can only be 4, 7, 8 or 9. Let us mark the possibilities. This can only be 4, 7, 8 and 9. Okay, we have a quadruple here in column 4. 2, 3, 5 and 6 have been locked into these 4 cells. So which means that these 4 cells in column 4 will contain 2, 3, 5, 6 in some order. So now remaining digits are 1, 7, 8 and 9, right? You have a 7 here. We could have placed the 8 here. We had a simple miss. So because this is a 7, so this will be an 8, which gives a 9 here. And this 9 instantly forces a 9 here and an 8 here, right? And now if you look along column 4, we need to place 6, 8 and 9. You have an 8 here, right? So this will be a 9 and this will be an 8. And now, so 4 we need to place, right? 2, 3, 5, 6 have been locked. So 4 would go here. No other cell left in column 4. And because of this 8, we get a 9 here using classic rule, and that gives an 8 here. Beautiful. And now if you look at row 7, again one more quadruple, because we got a quadruple here and now this is another quadruple. 2, 3, 5 and 6, same quadruple in fact as column 4. 2, 3, 5 and 6 are locked as candidates in these 4 cells. They can't be in any other digits. They will be containing, these cells will be containing 2, 3, 5, 6 in some order. So 4 and 8 have been marked. Remaining digits are 1, 7 and 9. So 9 is not possible. So this will be a 1 or 7, this will be 1, 7 and 9, and this is going to be 1, 7 and 9, right? And you have a 9 here, so you can eliminate 9 as a candidate here. So this is 4, 7 or 8. Okay. Can we fill this digit? No, right? We don't have any 8 nearby. So if you have an 8 here, you have an 8 here, you have an 8, there is so much 8s. Let us look whether we can narrow down the position of 8s in some of the rows. If you look at row 3, 8 can't be here because 8 is in the same region. 8 can't be in these 2 cells because of this 8. So 8 must go into one of these 2 cells, right? We can candidate it. So 8 must go into one of these 2 cells. And this cell 2, 5, 6, 3 and 9. It cannot be 8 also because 8 is here. So this is going to be 1, 4 or 7. And this is not really giving us anything. Okay, look at this 4 now. 4 cannot be in these 5 cells. And for this region we need to have a 4 which you can't have here and you also can't have here. So this is a 4 now. And if you look at row 1, 1, 2, 4, 7, 8 and 9. So remaining digits are 3, 5, 6. We can candidate them. So this will be a 3, 5 or a 6. So you have a 4 here, which means it can't be in these 3 cells for this region, and you have a 4 here, so 4 can't be here, which means that 4 would have to go in one of these 2 cells. Okay. Now I think we need to use the in-out technique to get past this Sudoku. So the in-out technique is, if you assume an imaginary line to be between row 7 and row 8, you see that, I'll highlight and show you, these 5 cells, right, are going outside of those 3 rows. Because we have 3 regions, we have this region, right, this is one region which is containing 9 cells. And this is another region which is containing 9 cells. This is another region which is containing 9 cells. So when you consider the last 3 rows, these 3 regions are predominantly present and these are the only cells which are going outside. Now in order to maintain the balance, so we know that any 3 rows, any 3 columns will always contain 1 to 9. So if these 5 cells are going outside, to maintain the balance in the last 3 rows, and we also know that each of the regions contain 1 to 9. So whichever cells are going outside need to be compensated by the same digits coming inside. So now if you see carefully, these are the cells which are coming inside, right? 5 green cells and red cells which are going outside. So whichever 5 digits come inside these red cells would have to be in the green cells as well. So this must give us some continuation, I think. Okay, you can't have the 6 here because 6 is here. So we can eliminate the 6 from there. So this is not a 6. So this can only be an 8. So 6 must go into one of these 2 cells. So let us have this information with us for now. It might be helpful later, I think. Okay, if you see this column, you have the 4 in one of these 2 cells, right? And similarly, if you see this column, you also have a 4 in one of these 2 cells. Now why this is important is that we are eliminating the 4 from all these red cells. Because if you have a 4 here, you get a 4 here. And if you have a 4 here, you get a 4 here. So which means the red cells can't contain a 4. Which means that the green cells can't contain a 4. So you have a 4 here, which can be eliminated as a candidate. What an amazing deduction. So you get a 2-3 pair now and that gives a 4. What a cool deduction, Philip. Really good deduction. So we get a digit because of that elimination. Now we have a 2-3 pair here. We also need to place an 8, right? In these red cells, because you have an 8 here, we need to place 2, 3 and 8, 1 and 7 and 2 and 5. Okay. Let us see if we can place the 8 somewhere. You can't have the 8 here, right? Because if you have the 8 here, then you are eliminating 8 from all the red cells. So you can eliminate 8 as a candidate there. This is not an 8, which means that this can only be 1 to 6 because maximum value here is 7. So this can only be 1 to 6. And if you see closely, it cannot be 2, 5, 6, 3 and 4. So this can only be a 1. What a Sudoku. Amazing. So when you have a 1 here, this is not a 1. This is a 7 or a 9. And so red cells contain a 1. So which means the green cells must contain at least 1. So there is 1, 1 here. So this has to be a 1. Only possible place. You can eliminate the 1 as a candidate here. Sorry. So this will be 1, 4 or 7. It was 1, 4, 7, right? Now 1 can be eliminated there. So it can only be 4, 7. So this will be an 8 now. You can eliminate the 8 from there. And now let us look closely again. 8 must be in one of these two cells. We also need to place a 2 and 3 in these red cells, which I think is not giving us much information. Let us come back to it later and see if we can get some more digits. If you look along column 8, we have placed some 1 digit, so 1, 2, 5, 6 and 4, right? Remaining digits are 3, 7, 8 and 9. You can't have 8, 9 here, so this will be 3 and 7. And this can't be a 3 or a 7 because 2, 3 pair is here, so this will be 8 or a 9. And we need to have 3, 7, 8 and 9 here, but 3 and 8 are not possible, so this is a 7 or a 9. Any pairs or triplets? No. Nothing. Okay, let us look at row 7. There is only one digit left for the 6, right? One cell left for the 6 in fact. No other cell can contain a 6 in that row, so this will be a 6 now. And this is not going to be a 6. 6 candidate is eliminated. Okay. So why don't we write the candidates in these red cells? Because we can make use of the in-out rule here. There is no other thermometer left us to take the progress forward. So this can only be, it can't be a 1, so it can only be 2, 3, 8 or a 5, right? I am writing all the possible candidates which are present in the green cell. So this can only be 2, 3, 5, 8. Similarly, this can only be 2, 3, 5, 8. I am not writing 1 because 1 is already balanced out. So the remaining digits left are 2, 3, 5 and 8. So this is a 2, 3, 5, 8. This is a 2, 3, 5 and 8. But you have an 8 here, so 8 is not possible. And you have a 3 here, 3 is eliminated and 3 is eliminated. And now we need to place the 3, right? These 4 cells can't contain a 3, so 3 would have to go here. Beautiful. So the moment we wrote the possibilities, it was clear to us. So now we have written 2, 5 and 8 as a triplet, and 1, 3, 9 has been locked here. So remaining digits are 4, 6 and 7. So this cannot be a 5. We can write the candidates, and this can only be a 4, 6 or a 7. And it can't be a 4, so this has to be a 6 or a 7. Okay, we have got a very sharp deduction now. If you have a 6 here, you need to have a 7 here, right? To satisfy the thermo. And that will choke off all possibilities from this cell. So this is not a 6, this would have to be a 4. And that removes the 4 from here. You are getting very slow and nice progress. Now we have a 2, 3 pair here, which gives a 1 here. Superb. So this is not a 5 now. So this is a 2 or a 3. Sorry. This is a 2, 3. Again we have a 2, 3 pair now. That gives us a 5 here. And this is a 2 now. Okay. We can remove the 4 from this cell. And since you have 4 here, we can resolve this 4, 7 pair now. So this is a 4 and this is a 7. And that 7 gives us 6 here. Okay. Very good progress, guys. We have got some really good progress here. I think this is a tough Sudoku, not easy by any means, but at the same time very, very enjoyable. So if you look along column 8 now, let us remove this middle pencil mark. Let us look at this cell. Only possible candidates are 7 is not possible and 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 is not possible. So 3, 8 and 9 are the only candidates. So can we get some more information? Okay, let us look along row 8. 1, 2, 3, 7, 5 and 6 have been placed, right? Remaining digits are 4, 8 and 9. But these two cells can't contain a 4 because it's in the same region. So this would have to be a 4. And these two cells will be 8 and 9 in some order. Now this region is explosive because we got an 8, 9 pair. So we can resolve quickly all these cells, right? So 5, 8 is here. So this will be a 2. And that gives a 5 here and an 8 here. So almost resolved all the bottom rows. Because of this 5, so this is not a 5, this is a 2 or a 3. And you have a 3 here, so this is a 2. And so this is a 3 now, this is a 2 now, this is a 3, this is a 2. Beautiful Sudoku, guys. So much fun to solve. Really so much fun. So you have a 2 here, so this is a 3. And you have a 3 here, this can't be a 3 now. 5, 6. Step by step we are eliminating and getting good progress in the Sudoku. So you have 3, 4, 1, 2, 8 and 9, right? So remaining digits are 5, 6 and 7. So we can candidate them in these 3 cells. So you have a 6 here, so this cannot be a 6. And now the moment we did that, we have a 5, 7 pair. So 3, 4, 6, 5, 7, 8. Remaining digits 1, 2 and 9. So 2 is here, so this is 1 and 9. this is 2, 9 and this is 1, 2 and 9. So I wonder whether we can use the in-out rule at the top of the grid as well. We have managed to use it in the bottom of the grid. So top of the grid, grid is like very symmetric. So these two cells and this cell and these two cells are going outside, and these two cells and sorry, I think we can highlight and show, right? So these two cells from the top 3 rows, if you consider, there are 3 regions, right? 1, 2 and 3 regions which are predominantly occupying those rows. So if you consider the top 3 rows, these two cells, this cell and these cells are going outside. So which need to be compensated by cells which are coming inside, right? The cells which are getting inside are, if you look closely, these 5 cells. Similar, exactly the grid is symmetric if you see. So the yellow cells must be equal to the blue cells. So I think this should help us now. Okay, it is helping us because you need to place a 7 in the yellow cells, right? This cannot be a 7 and these two cells can't contain a 7. So 7 must be in one of these 2 cells. So we can just write, denote the 7 there. Let us look along row 5, 3, 6, 8, 2, 4, 9. Remaining digits are 1, 5 and 7. This can't be a 7, so this is a 1 or a 5. And this is not a 1, so this is a 5 or a 7. So you have a 5-7 pair now, that gives us a 1 here. And the yellow cell contains a 1. Okay, the blue cell already has a 1, so not much information. Let us look at this region. 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 and 8 has been resolved. Remaining are 1, 2 and 9. 1 can't be in these blue cells, so 1 has to go here. And so these candidates must be 2 and 9. You have a 2 here, so this will be a 9, this will be a 2. Because of this one, we get a 9 here. And that gives a 7 here, right? 1, 2, 5, 6, 3 and 4, 7. Yeah, 7. And this can't be a 3 because 3 is here. And it can't be a 9 as well, so this will be an 8. This will be a 9, this will be an 8. And let us look along row 4 now. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 8, right? 2 is not possible here, so 2 would have to go as a pair here. And 2 cannot be here as well, so 2 would be here along row 4. So this would be a 2 and this would be a 7, which gives a 9 here. And remaining digits along this column are 3, 5 and 6, right? We can write the candidates. This is 3, 5, 6, this is 3, 5, 6. Beautiful. So you have a 3, 5 here, so this will be a 6 now. And these two cells will be 3 and 5, right? So this can't be a 6, this can't be a 6. So row 3 has 3 and 5 left. This is a 3, so this is a 5 now. This is a 3, this is a 5, which gives us 6 here, a 3 here. And this would have to be a 1 to finish the row 2. And row 7 can be finished now. This is a 9. And this cannot be 5 or 6. This is a 7. This would have to be a 5 now, because 6 is not possible. This is a 5, this is a 7 and this is a 6. And I don't think we really use this in-out property at the top of the grid, but at the bottom of the grid it really helped us. This was a really enjoyable Sudoku by Philip, so we would once again like to thank Philip for this submission. A beautiful construction, not too hard but at the same time not trivial at all. It had a very challenging solve and I enjoyed solving the Sudoku very much. Hope you guys enjoyed solving me as well. And the in-out rule also hope you got to understand. If you want us to make any particular Sudoku variant or puzzle, please let us know in comments and remember to subscribe to the channel. Hope to see you all soon.